Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being here tonight. My name is Christopher Commence, and I have worked with this company here for about 2.5 years now. I have done level 1 IT support and solutions. I have done electronic filing. I have done hard filing, and recently I got promoted to a paralegal assistant, so a little bit more pay there. And basically everything I've done is going to tie into what I'm talking about tonight. Makes sense, right? A little bit about the company. We are a multinational law firm. At this time, we have just over 300 lawyers in 22 offices. Big firm. We were recently ranked as the 200th largest law firm headquartered in the United States by attorney headcount. And we have litigated in all 50 states, including the District of Columbia and 3 provinces in Canada. So a little fact about my job, a little unknown fact. This here, I love this pointer. This here is the U.S. Supreme Court building. It is located up in Washington, D.C. On average, one of our attorneys can use up to 100,000 sheets of paper per year. We have over 30 attorneys. Doing the math, all that paper could stack end to end around this building 2,000 times. And that is going to segue into what is happening at our company. All this paper waste, as you can see right here, I took this picture about a week ago. That is a current file. And that is how we store it, believe it or not. That's the best we can do in 2016 right now. Our West Palm branch specifically is one of the worst branches of all the 20 plus companies when it comes to paper dependency. We use them for pleadings, we use them for correspondence, we use them for court filings. We use papers for everything. It's ridiculous. And at one time there can be as many as 10 plus people in just one file. Sometimes, 5 lawyers, 2 file clerks, 3 paralegals, maybe even a couple secretaries. It's a lot of hands in this kind of filing system. And by the way, that right there is 1/8 of that case. So they get pretty large. And the whole reason for me doing this is we've been receiving a lot of complaints lately from our attorneys. They can't find anything. And even worse, our clients are complaining. And by that time, when your clients are complaining, you're losing money. What are the effects of this current filing system and the own organization that's going on? We're finding that our attorneys are spending more time sorting through these physical files than they are actually spending billing for attorney work. This is a problem. Most of our attorneys are billing anywhere from $300 to $500 per hour. So if they're spending an hour or 2 filing, we're basically paying $600, $1,000 plus for these guys to do filing. I'm a file clerk. I don't make $300 to $500 per hour. I should never make $300 to $500 per hour. If I could make $300 to $500 per hour, I would not be here right now. And because of this disorganization with the filing, we had 2 cases last year that went to court. These were big national cases with a big client. I'm not allowed to mention the name, but another big trucking company. And we blew these cases really bad. And the main report that we got back from the attorneys was that the files were just out of whack. They couldn't find anything. Each of these cases we lost for $1 million apiece. And recently we just kind of misplaced a $500,000 settlement check that came to our office that nobody knew where it went. So we had to request another $500,000 settlement check from our client. They loved that, of course. Why is this happening? 2 reasons. One, as I mentioned, we're using this filing system right here. We have no electronic filing system, no database to keep track of all these, and we have no central mailing system for any of our incoming mail coming in. Brings me to my solution number 1, electronic filing system. This basically fully integrates into Windows Explorer, fully integrates into your computer, and it's a foolproof way of documenting and keeping all of your files in one place. They're easy to back up. If anything happened, if you had a fire in your building, flood or anything like that, you can back these up at any time. Also, it eliminates paper clutter. Unfortunately, it is a relatively expensive initial investment, and does take a couple months of training for especially the baby boomers and the Gen X to keep up. I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried to teach a baby boomer or a Gen X how to use a computer. I'm now teaching them how to do all their filing on a computer. Solution number 2, a central mailing system. What this does is our head office in Buffalo has a staff. They're going to take all of our incoming mail and they're going to scan everything in up there. So we will not be getting any mail into our office anymore. We don't have to worry about losing these important documents that are coming. We don't have to worry about getting this document and filing it and duplicating it. Sometimes we get something in the mail and it's the same as something we've already printed out 3 times. Now we have 4 copies of this. We have 4 people working on the same copy, trying to do the same thing. And it's just we're just losing these documents. Unfortunately, it is going to require additional staffing. That's basically 2 other electronic file clerks that you have to keep on track at all times to maintain this. And it is only implementable in larger offices with larger corporations with a main office. Fortunately, we do have that. So just to wrap up, we have this giant unorganized filing system, very old school, very paper-based. We're losing all of our files. We're not able to keep track of them. And I believe that going to a more centralized, more organized online filing system is going to be the way to correct this. Less is more. It's going to be our tagline for this changeover. Now I'm going to open it up to any questions. Any questions anybody has? Yes, Nadeem.
With the switch to e-filing though, have you come across the risk of maybe potential hacking and all that? Because a lot of high-profile hackings have occurred over the last several years with different multinational corporations.
If somebody could find a way to get through the firewalls that we have on our internal network, which our system is all hooked up to one central server that is not, it's not like a central server in Buffalo. It's a central service inside the West Palm office. If somebody could find out a way to get into that, they potentially could get into, some valuable privileged information. But you're going to run the risk of that, in any corporation where somebody could hack in. I think it's highly unlikely.
All right, just to piggyback off of what he said a while ago. You said that it's highly unlikely, but in my opinion, in terms of this, I think it would be better to have it where you have your system,
Mm-hmm.
but then have the information stored at an offline location. In other words, only way it can be accessed is through like someone who is basically the database manager, so to speak. So he'll bring in like a flash drive or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, it has no connections to any type of outside network.
It would need to be, for this to work, it would need to be something where we could access it at any time across all networks.
Okay.
It would be something that would be tough for one person to come in every day and basically have this hard copy.
Okay.
Sometimes our attorneys work, our attorneys work all day long. I mean, they get there at 6 o'clock in the morning, they don't leave till 11 o'clock at night. They're already drinking at like 7 and they're still writing up their, they're still writing up pleadings. So for somebody to have like one physical thing and then everybody kind of work off that I don't know if it would be so effective.
Okay.
But there's always a chance. I mean, somebody could walk in and steal all of our physical files.
That is true.
And it'd be the same thing as them going in and stealing our electronic files. So, any other questions? Ronnie?
That was the only thing I was gonna say is like you guys don't, fires happen, floods, you guys don't back up to email or anything.
Not yet, no. This system will allow us to back up all emails, back up all incoming mail, back up all of our filing system. Yep.
Just one more quick question. What is the reason why this system hasn't been implemented already? Because this sounds like the future, this is the way it should be going. Why,
It is
what's
the
the reason
future.
why it hasn't happened yet?
So this company is still a relatively new company. It was actually last year the fastest growing law firm in the United States and top 10 in the world. So they're still trying to figure out how to how to run their company. This company has been around for 15 years, that's it. I mean, that's a relatively new law firm. So hopefully with this, we can start moving in the right direction. Any other questions?